एमबी कौन का शोरूम एमबी
बैकअप हो गया ना उसका,
हार्ट अटैक से मर गया था वो बंदे की बेटी की शादी और वो
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us today this afternoon. Sorry for the late start. Let me just read out the numbers right now before telling you who I'm joined with today to discuss Bihar elections. As all of you know, today was the counting. Well, if you haven't been following Twitter or any of the other trends, right now the MGP is in lead. The RJDU has JDU has 72 seats, the RJD has 75, and INC has 21 seats. That makes a total of 168. The NDA has the BJP is up with 58 seats, LJP with 1, HAM with 3, and RLSP with 2. That makes a total of 64 seats. And the others and the other candidates have 8 seats. Right now, counting is still on, and only the Election Commission has released only figures for 2 seats. I'm joined today by let them all introduce themselves, and they're just going to basically dissect the polls and tell us what went right and what went wrong. So, Sarthak, we'll start with you. Just introduce yourselves.
Yeah, I'm Sarthak Jain. I'm co-founder Newsed, and I think this is a historic verdict for Nitish Kumar, because this is not just a decisive victory. This is a victory which would change the discourse of this nation in coming times, and maybe people, when at one point in time were defining Narendra Modi to be the Prime Minister for 10 years, I think those things are about to change, and I think this verdict has been for most part people of Bihar rejecting the discourse which BJP was trying to put. So it's going to be interesting to see how things pan out for Bihar. Is it going to be a great thing for Bihar? But at least for BJP, I think this is a very, very decisive call of changing the discourse, and I think it's going to be interesting to see how times pan out.
I am Shanawaz. I am a Bihari today. My analysis is, before I go to any analysis, I think BJP should say thank you to Bihar. They were confused between two things, either to go with the development agenda or to go with, the whole beef, Hindutva, cow and everything. So Bihar has given them a perspective that, look, this is the way you should go and this is what people reject. So BJP should say thank you Bihar, we have understood what we need to do in UP or other states.
absolutely. In fact, over the last on all the polling days, we have held discussions, and Shanawaz is the only one who's been saying with a lot of conviction that it will be an MGB government. So he stands vindicated, and you have Get News is proud of you that you were able to call the election right. Amitesh was on the other side of the spectrum.
I'm totally I'm caught on the wrong wicket. I was totally in for a deuce election, advantage BJP. That was my stand. But this verdict is historic in many ways. It obviously, as Shanawaz has rightly pointed out, that it gives BJP a time and a agenda to introspect seriously about the discourse which they are going to portray going forward from here. Nationwide, there are elections which are coming up, and I think in 2014 when BJP was voted in, it was entirely for a different reason, and they have got their discourse wrong. One. Apart from that, at this juncture, I would really like to congratulate one man, that is Prashant Kishore.
Absolutely.
He has proved that he understands India better than any other political party is currently operating in this country.
Also, I think one thing that got vindicated, the one thing that Prashant Kishore through all his campaign was definitely trying to vindicate, is that the verdict 282 was not Amit Shah's verdict, it was Prashant Kishore's verdict, and to some extent even that has got vindicated. Prashant is a dear friend.
People saying that Bihar election is not a referendum on Modi, reality was Bihar election was a referendum on Prashant Kishore.
No, I think
he has
there should be no shying away. BJP and in fact the minister should come ahead and say that this was a referendum on him, because his silence was missed. His voice was missed. His silence was disturbing. As far as the discourse on beef is concerned, as far as discourse on Dalits are concerned, VK Singh's remark, Mohan Bhagwat's remark, everywhere it was asked, and it was greatly debated in media, that why PM is silent, why there is no word from PM, and we cannot shy away in the curtain that okay, no, PM is not answerable for few things. My PM is going and having 26 rallies in Bihar. No ways he can shy away, and no ways he can hide behind a curtain. Apart from Prashant Kishore, I must congratulate Nitish Kumar, and only one thing which I like to say in this verdict is that I'm really amazed the kind of mandate RJD has got.
Yes.
Before
It
we go
is.
Nitesh, before we go to Nitesh, I want to just add for Nitesh's introduction. He's one guy who's always said that he thinks BJP will come to power, but he wants MGB to come to power. So now over to Nitesh.
Hi, this is Nitesh Rana. I'm advocate in Supreme Court. First of all, I congratulate Nitish Kumar for this landsliding victory, which was quite expected. As I earlier also said that Nitish Kumar is going to have 140 seats, and this election shows that the Hindutva agenda Bihari has rejected. This is all the communities staying in harmony, and all these beef agenda and all this won't work in Bihar. And secondly, how BJP has disappointed different communities, especially Dalits of Bihar, by weakening statements, reservation issues, all went against BJP, and I am very happy with the results of Bihar today.
Also, I think we need to discuss at some point of time, did RSS also play a huge role in actually bringing down the downfall? Massive role. Because I think we all know that in general elections, RSS played a huge role in actually propping Modi up, because the Karyakarta was all over the ground, they went house to house, but this time did they actually reverse? So maybe RSS, because going forward we cannot shy away from the role of RSS. RSS is always going to be a part of BJP.
I add one more thing with Sarthak, that whether the question is, first question we have to discuss is whether RSS wanted BJP to come in Bihar or not. It's a major issue today. And I say that before election, how RSS has diverted the entire election on a different court by giving a statement on reservation issues. It shows that RSS never wanted BJP government in Bihar.
When things go wrong, things just go wrong. I'll tell you how it started going wrong. Things started, and in fact, I wrote a piece recently in Business World where I reiterated that it is very stupid to try and have a discourse around Bihar or any other state in the country without a discourse around identity. It may be caste, it may be something else. This country is based on very strong identities. So let's not fool ourselves if we think that some form of politics will emerge that will even Aam Aadmi Party's victory in Delhi because of a very strong identity assertion from outsiders. Outsider versus local ka election hota hai. It was some type of identity assertion only. I don't know why BJP tried to initially shy away from identity. Then the Prime Minister had to come and say that is the first OBC Prime Minister. That was a lie. I mean, that's thing. But middle of the election, the Prime Minister of this India has to come and intervene personally and say that look, I'm an OBC, don't worry, your reservations will not be taken away from you. कहीं बीजेपी जो है पूरे चुनाव में इस बात को लेकर बड़ी कंफ्यूज रही है कि डिस्कोर्स का है, उस पर हम लोग बाद में जाते हैं. पहले यहाँ पे हमारे